In Orange County, Florida's public schools, last year, a religious group was allowed to hand out Bibles and other religious literature to students on January 16th, which was Freedom of Religion Day. And in response, the Freedom from Religion Foundation, FFRF, applied to be able to hand out their own pamphlets this year. And their pamphlets did things such as question the truth of the Bible and the divinity of Jesus. So far, so good. If a public school in the United States lets one religious organization onto its campus to hand out things to children, then by law, it should allow all religious organizations to do so. Ideally, it would allow no such religious organizations to do that because that's the whole point of separation of church and state. One of the pamphlets that FFRF wants to hand out is called An X-Rated Book, Sex and Obscenity in the Bible. And apparently this points out the various not safe for work things that are included in the Bible. Considering how many Christians have never actually fully read the book that they claim to abide by, this is a valid criticism and I think a great point to put out there. But the cover of the X-Rated Book pamphlet shows a crude drawing of a personified Bible raping or sexually assaulting in some way a woman by thrusting his hand or maybe some other body part up the woman's dress while his tongue lolls out of his grinning mouth. Come on, FFRF, really? We can't effectively fight against the misogyny inherent in the Bible while simultaneously reveling in that same misogyny, using the rape and sexual assault of a woman as a tawdry attention getter. If you condemn the graphic representation of violence against women used as a tool to sell an ideology, then you can't engage in those same behaviors to sell atheism or skepticism. This is similar to the recent upsurge in ironic racism and ironic sexism. The idea being that the person making the racist and sexist jokes can get away with it because they don't really mean it, because they are satirizing racism and sexism. But in fact, they're just trying to be racist and sexist and get away with it without any social cost. The cover of the X-Rated Book pamphlet isn't designed to appeal to people who truly care about the mistreatment of women. Instead, it's designed to appeal to people who want to experience the shock and guilty pleasure of seeing a woman assaulted and humiliated. Considering that FFRF is run by out and proud feminists who I personally have a ton of respect for, I really hope they can reevaluate their strategy. They don't need to rely on blatant misogyny in order to get attention. Hopefully, they can come up with some tactics that don't, through blatant hypocrisy, completely negate the main message that many religions do, in fact, see women as objects to be used and abused for the betterment of men.